I'm back for another video. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If it is night where you are, hopefully you're having a great night. If you are abroad from the United States, let me know where you are. I'll leave in a comment. I want to thank my subscribers. I want to thank my new subscribers and old subscribers. I want to thank the Holy Spirit, number one. I want to thank everyone for tuning into my channel and liking my channel, commenting. Thank you all for leaving comments. Here's another day of learning and some stuff I recently just learned myself about myself and what links me to my past, to the past, so to speak. I have some Palo Santo here. I'm going to burn some Palo Santo, and then I'm going to ring the singing bowl. If you're on a PC, if you're on a PC, if you're on earbuds, if you're on whatever you're on, if it's this being the singing bowl could be pretty loud. So I'll light this Palo Santo first. One of the things I like the most. Also like frankincense as well. Alright, here we go with the singing bowl. Earbuds, AirPods, if you're on a PC, whatever you may be on, I want to turn it down. I'm going to ring the singing bowl. Alright. We are back with another video. Now, there is a saying that we know our parents before we even come to this earth. We choose our parents ourselves. This is what they say. But also, our name is very, very significant in how it connects us to the past, and also reincarnation. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't believe in reincarnation, but there's a lot of videos on small children that speaks about themselves being here and being there, and living here and living there, having children, having a husband and wife, and all this other kind of stuff. And these children are expressing all this stuff to their parents, and how can you ignore that this child's been here before? You know, how can you ignore that? So we all have like history, even if it's dreams. If it's in your dreams, like me, I had a dream not too long ago that it was like a hook being stuck up my nose, and my brain was being pulled out through my nose. So, you know, these are past lives, you know, things that happened in the past. But our name is significant as well, you know, that links us to the past. I just recently found out here yesterday, I think it was yesterday, that I found out, well, night before, not last night, but the night before, I found out that my middle name is Hebrew is actually, this is how I linked it myself to the past and how I linked myself to Abraham and um, the forefathers, the 12 disciples, or you could say well, yeah, I guess you could say the 12 disciples. Um, how I link myself to the past. Um, I found out that my name actually is. Give me 1 second. Uh, I know I should know this already because it's just fresh in my mind. Just happened, and I can literally say that my spiritual experiences that this Holy Spirit's been showing me and things that it's everything is like a puzzle. Everything links together, and when you find out certain things, it's like I found out about the um, what is it called? They're called the um, Portuguese. Portuguese was literally called. They were called blacks. They were called N word. Um, but so yeah, they were called the N word, and they were during the Atlantic slave trade, and this is how I found out that they were literally the Jews. The these were the original Jews. Um, let's see. I don't know why I can't find what I'm looking for. This should not be this hard. So I was just looking at it yesterday. But these are the things that link us to the past, and whether we are reincarnation of whomever it may be. And trying to find it because I looked it up, and Abraham, he had two sons, Jacob and Esau. I don't know if Jacob and Isaac, um, if Isaac is the same person. Come on, man, don't go there. Whether Abraham, I don't know if this is two different Abrahams. I don't know if it's the same Abraham, but the one Abraham that they talk about in Genesis um, was told to take his son Isaac to be sacrificed upon the mountain. And then there's another Abraham that, and this they say that Abraham, Isaac was Abraham's only son. So I don't know if there's two different Abrahams in the Bible. I'm not sure, but and I'm not sure if they're the same Abraham. But what I do know is the the Abraham I'm talking about is the one that is a part of is the 12 tribes, is the one that basically the promise was given to um, um, on his um, on his seed, on his children. You know, they were given a promise. Abraham was given a promise about his children and how they will inherit. You know, they will inherit the earth, and they will inherit certain things, and the promise that was given to them, especially by because of the rainbow and stuff like that. But So I'm not really sure if this Abraham is the same as the Abraham that has um, Jacob and Esau. And I'm not sure if Esau is really called Isaac because it doesn't make it's not making any sense to me. So I'm kind of lost in that aspect. But um, my middle name is James, but in Hebrew it's Jacob. And I noticed in the story of Jacob that Jacob wrestled with. They try to say he wrestled with God, but also they're saying that he wrestled with the Spirit of the Holy Spirit, because Jacob sent his family across the river. Um, his wife and his children sent them across the river on the other side and stayed on one side of the river. And he heard that Esau was coming toward him um, with 300 men. And basically, Esau was fighting. Jacob was fighting with the principalities, with the spirit of the Holy Spirit. Um, so he asked the spirit or whatever being he was wrestling with, "What is your name?" And basically, the spirit shunned, pushed him off. But he said he wrestled with the spirit all night, the entire night. He's been fighting with this being the entire night. Um, but what I'm trying to say is that um, at some point, because of all the things I've seen, um, all the things that's been shown to me, um, it basically links me to Jacob, and it talks about how Jacob was a trickster. It talks about how Jacob, um, he's a twin, and he grabbed the heel of his brother, and basically to get ahead. But in actuality, Esau and Jacob was already blessed. They already receiving it. They were already going to receive the gifts, but they went through trials and tribulations that they really didn't have to go through because they had already inherited the gift because of Abraham, because of the promise to Abraham. So um, I found out that I was a Jew um, by asking the Holy Spirit. But not only that, but uh, here recently finding out about my name and what it really means, and it shows it in Hebrew that Jacob is actually James, and James is actually Jacob. Back there in that time, they didn't have, I guess, A's or whatever, or the letter A or whatever. And then the first name I found out that it was um, heel. It was also talking about the head of the heel, um, basically the mountains, the peak. Um, in the Greek in the Greek mythology, it talks about how all the gods were on top of the hill. They were all up on the top, and they talk. This is how they talk about. Um, they also talk about Moses when Moses had to go up into the mountains, and he went high up in the mountains. So my first name, it's basically the head of the heel, which is means the top of the hill, and this is where um, the clouds and everything is. Everything are. This is where the clouds are. Sorry, um, but this is in the Greek mythology. This is what everybody was believing and thinking. And some of the movies that they show, um, that in actuality they showed in some of the movies how they show Zeus and all these other people that are up in the mountains, but they're high, so high up that they're literally the clouds is right there. So that was really really significant. And then my last name also, it means oak and also means green. So I look at that green, and the oak is a tree, which is a tree of um, the tree of light, the tree of life. So a lot of these things, I kind of, it's just a whirlwind of putting things together and piecing together like a puzzle. So a lot of the spiritual things that was happening to me and still is happening to me to this day, um, it kind of makes sense. It's starting to piece itself together. It's starting to see. I'm starting to see where I come from and how when we're born, we choose our parents, and we also, because with those parents, there also comes a name. And the name is very, very, very significant because it links you to the past. It links you either to a reincarnation or to uh, one of the forefathers, or it links you as far as Abraham and where you come from, whether it's King David or Solomon, King Solomon, or wherever, or anywhere in the Egyptology. It can link you back to that, because of Greek and all these other people, and also with the um, um, what is it called? Uh, Shoot, sorry. Um, anyway, it links you to the past. Is basically what I'm saying, and I didn't know um, about my past, especially because when I did my um, DNA, I did my yeah, I did my DNA and found out where I come from and what's my heritage and what, and I mixed with like 13 different um, bloodlines. So, but the most significant ones are from like Spain and Portugal, and these are the most significant ones when it came to the Atlantic the slave trade. And we're talking about West Africa and all these other places. So this is very, very significant in where I come from, my bloodline, and so forth, and also being as a Jew. And then my name also linking to being a Jew, also leading that my name is actually Jacob and Jew, as so far as being Jew or Jewish. So I just wanted to get on and just speak about that, because maybe some of you may want to trace back to um, where do you fall in the forefathers, or where do you fall into the um, 12 tribes of Israel. And the really funny thing is that Jacob's name in the end winds up being Israel. So um, that is the really, really funny thing. So I always say at the end of my videos that the line of Judah, and it's funny how these things start to link up and start to piece themselves together. But not only that, when Jacob was wrestling with the spirit, this exact same spirit that Jacob was wrestling with um, was basically the seventh angel. Um, Trying to remember how did I, well, because I'm linked to Jacob, basically, is what I'm saying, is I'm linked to Jacob, and all of the spiritual things that's happened and everything that's been shown to me. And also being face to face with the seventh angel myself. Um, but I was not shown like Jacob was shown. But the reason why I say this because Jacob wrestled with the spirit all night, but then he told the spirit, he was constantly, battling with the spirit back and forth all night, but then it became day, and he said to the spirit that it is day now. And, why are we still fighting? So, the seventh spirit, what I believe, the seventh spirit is a spirit that Jacob was wrestling with, and I've had I've spoken to the seventh spirit, and I've called to the seventh spirit, and the seventh spirit would show itself to me, and on multiple occasions, multiple occasions. But not only that, um, the receivance of what what is his name? John. I want to say it was also John in the Revelation, um, when John asked for the little book. This was also the seventh angel that he asked the book from. But also, I've had my dealings with the seventh spirit as well. This I'm trying to piece this in a way that you can understand. So I'm just saying I'm linked to Revelations and what's to come. But also I'm also linked to Jacob because of Jacob was a trickster. And Jacob started to he got it in the very, very end. And this is when he got it was after he wrestled with the spirit all night. But once he got it, um, Jacob built a temple up on the Temple Mount. Well, not up on the Temple Mount, but he built a temple, um, and it was up on um, a hill or a mountain or whatever you want to call it. And my what is it? I want to say my first name is like the hill, the top of the head of the mountain, the head of the hill. It all links together. It all fits together like a puzzle. It all like connects. But I'm gonna leave this here. I'm starting to hear my best friend in the background, and I really don't like when there's interruption in the background, and I don't really want you guys to have to deal with that as well, as much as I do. So um, I've already made my statement that I was doing a video, but unfortunately, that falls on deaf ears. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna leave this here, and yeah. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for leaving comments. Much appreciated. I'm so grateful for this channel. Grateful for the Holy Spirit helping me with this channel and bringing things to light, to light for me, but also giving information for you guys. So I'm gonna leave it here. Ancestor of the Carian race and Lyran race, line of Judah, out.